Ever felt like your brain is a browser with too many tabs open, yet none of them are loading? You sit down to work, to create, to solve a problem. Nothing. Just a frustrating, deafening silence. Where your best ideas used to be, it's like a creative fog has rolled in, and you can't see the way out. This isn't just a bad day. It's your brain going dark. You're not lazy or broken. You're likely caught in a powerful, invisible trap set by your own mind. It's called the default mode network, or DMN. This is your brain's autopilot setting. It takes over when you're not actively focused on a task, when you're relaxing on the couch, or more destructively, when you're overwhelmed by stress. When your DMN is overactive, either from being too relaxed or too stressed, it doesn't just let your mind wander. It actively reruns old thoughts and worries. It defaults to the familiar, inhibiting the spark of new connections and novel ideas. Your brain is spinning its wheels in a well-worn rut, making it impossible to shift gears into creative or problem-solving mode. This mental rigidity is physically reinforced by something you might think is your friend. We often praise neuroplasticity as the brain's superpower to learn and adapt. But it's a double-edged sword. Your brain is ruthlessly efficient when you follow the same repetitive routines day in and day out. The same commute, the same tasks, the same thought patterns. Your brain strengthens those neural pathways. To save energy, it literally prunes away the less traveled roads, the ones that lead to creativity and insight. Your comfort zone becomes a cage, physically wiring your brain to resist new ideas. Your routine, which once felt productive, is now the architect of your mental prison, trimming away the very pathways you need to break free. On top of these, there's an emotional blockade hijacking your higher-level thinking. Modern life is a minefield of triggers for anxiety and self-doubt, which act as a kill switch for your creativity. When you're anxious, your brain's survival instinct kicks in, flooding your system with stress hormones. This sends your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, responsible for complex thought, planning, and creativity, into lockdown. Activity literally shuts down. Think about your own habits. Do you find yourself doom-scrolling on your smartphone, endlessly swiping through a feed that leaves you feeling empty and inadequate? That's the comparison trap in action. Seeing curated highlight reels of others' lives fuels your self-doubt. Then there's the pressure of hustle culture, the relentless demand to be always on, always productive. This inevitably leads to burnout, where the emotional and mental exhaustion is so profound that your prefrontal cortex simply can't function. Your brain isn't dark because it's empty. It's dark because it's under siege. So, how do you switch the lights back on? The solution isn't to hustle harder or force creativity. It's to intentionally break your patterns and calm your system. Start by disrupting your routine in small, manageable ways. Take a different route to work. Listen to a genre of music you've never tried before. Eat lunch in a different spot. These tiny novelties force your brain to build new pathways. To quiet the overactive DMN and soothe your anxiety, you need to engage in activities that require gentle focus without being overly demanding. This could be going for a walk in nature, trying a new recipe, doing a puzzle, or even just doodling. The key is to find a flow state where your mind is occupied just enough to stop it from spiraling into old worries, allowing your prefrontal cortex to come back online, consciously unplugged from the cycle of doom-scrolling and comparison. Set firm boundaries for your screen time, and replace that habit with something that nourishes your mind instead of depleting it. The main takeaway here is that your creative brain isn't gone. It's just been sabotaged by default modes, rigid routines, and emotional overload. Your brain's dark mode is a protective response, not a permanent state. You have the power to rewire these patterns, prune the pathways of anxiety, and cultivate the connections that lead to insight and inspiration. True creativity doesn't come from forcing it. It emerges when you create the right internal conditions for it to flourish. It's about managing your energy, not just your time. If you've ever felt this creative block and want to learn more about how to reclaim your brain's full potential, subscribe to our channel. We'll be diving deeper into practical strategies to overcome these silent saboteurs and reignite your spark. Click that subscribe button and join our community of thinkers and creators.